Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 3. Wish you all a very happy Lunar New Year. And in this week, we're going to talk about document type definitions. What are DTD? In short, we call it as DTD. And what are they? How to use it in XML. So let's see, what does it mean by document type definition first? In short, as I said, we also call it as DTD. A DTD is a document type definition, is a set of rules that define a custom markup language in XML. At its core, it simply identifies elements and their attributes. If an XML document does not adhere to the rules defined by the DTD, it is not considered valid for that particular custom language. So basically, it is a set of rules that defines a custom markup language in XML. And if an XML document does not follow that rule, um, it is not considered as valid. Now, it's a text document and is customarily saved as .dtd extension. We don't save it as .xml extension. A DTD is basically a text document that we save it with a .dtd extension, wherein DTD stands for document type definition. Now, so there are two types. We can define a DTD as an external document or an external reference or an inline document. So we can declare it inside an XML document as inline or a separate document, which we call it as an external reference. Generally, the preference is to use an external DTD document because if you are going to be using the same set of rules for several XML files, then it would be more efficient to use an external DTD. Now, most of the time, when we will be writing a DTD document, you will hear two terms, that is PC data and C data. PC data stands for parsed character data. Basically, it is the text that is written between the two tags. And C data is the character data which is not usually parsed, which you do not want to parse. Okay, now when we write a DTD document, we have to follow certain syntaxes or certain rules. Okay, so let's see the rules one by one for an internal document and for an external document. So first we're going to look at the internal document, and I'm going to switch to my VS Code here. Okay, so this is my VS Code and I've already created an XML file. If you just want to see, you're just gonna go here and write it as DTD, just let's say 1.xml. Okay, the file already exists, so I'll just say DTD demo 1.xml. Okay, so that's my, I'm gonna write my DTD file and I'm gonna walk you through the syntaxes as well. So first syntax for a DTD document is, okay, just a minute and I'll just plug in my charger. Okay, so the syntax for an internal DTD. So syntax for internal DTD is you're going to write, you're going to make use of an angle bracket again. Okay, so I'm going to make use of an angle bracket wherein it is followed by an exclamation mark, and then write the doc type, then you write the root element, okay? And inside the square bracket, you're going to write the element declaration. Okay. Here inside the square bracket, element declarations. Okay. Okay, so the syntax is this one. Okay, the other two tags that you see is comment. Okay, that is how we comment in XML. So that's how an internal document syntax would look like. Okay, now I'm sure you wouldn't have understood now, but you will get more clarity when we'll see example. So let's see an example. Okay, so let's say I'm going to write an XML. I'm going to write an XML document. Okay, so let me just get rid of this one and insert XML declaration. Okay, and let's say my XML document looks like this. Okay, note, and inside the note I have to, I have from, okay, and I have heading, okay, and then I have body of the document. Okay, so let's say to Joe from, so I'm just writing a note from Tom, okay, and let's say the heading is reminder, and I'm gonna write in the body, do not forget your book. Okay, so I've written an XML document. Now in this XML document, if you will see, the root element is note. It has children, to, from, heading, and body, which are also siblings to each other. Okay, so you can form an XML tree structure using this, right? And that we have seen that in the last week, right? Now, to declare internal DTD, okay, so let's see this. Okay, okay, and so we're gonna see the internal DTD for that. So the syntax, we already saw the syntax. The syntax starts with a document type. So I'm gonna write it here. Okay, let's write this here, and I am going to write the doc type. So this one, exclamation mark, then you'll have doc type, right? And then element, not element, the root element. So my root element is note, right? The root element is note, and what goes inside is the other elements, right? So first one in the angle bracket, I'm gonna go exclamation mark, element, okay, and my root element is note, and it's children. You're gonna write it inside the bracket, okay, inside the parentheses, separated by commas. So it has to, from, heading, and body. So these are its children, right? Okay, now the second one, which is Control C and Control V, and the second one is 2, and it doesn't have any children, but we'll have to write down its data type. So 2, the data type is, we're gonna write it as, it's a parsable data, so PC data. Okay, now similarly, the third one, the other one is from, right? The other one, okay, the other one is to, from, and this one is heading. Then we have body, okay, and complete the square bracket that you have started here. Okay, so I'm going to complete this square bracket and angle bracket. Okay, so that's how it would look like, and let me just check, because it is showing me an error. Okay, okay, so that's how this DTD, an internal DTD for this XML would be written. Okay, if you'll see, it will look like this. Okay, I have put it into the slide. So it has this as a syntax. Okay, And if you'll see, if this is my XML document, I have a syntax as to, like I have a syntax as first goes the root element. So we say doc type, root element is note, and inside the root element, all the element are specified, that is to, from, heading, and body. Okay, and then we save it as an internal DTD document. Okay, let's see another example. Okay, a more complex example. Let's say we want to create a tree which consists of an address, name, email, phone, and birthday. And a name consists of first name, last name, birthday consists of year, month, and day, like this. Okay, so for example, herein you see I am trying to create this tree structure through the XML, okay, where my root element is address, and then I have element as name. Name is a parent for first name and last name. Address is a root element for name, email, phone, and birthday. And birthday is a parent for year, month, and day. Okay. So if we have to write an internal DTD for this one, first we'll have to create the XML document for this one, right? That will give us the clarity to write a DTD. So let's see here. So here I'm gonna create one more file, and I'm gonna say it as dtd2.xml. Okay, we have that already. Okay. So let's try to first create the XML document, and I'll say XML declaration. And if you'll see, it consists of address, okay, and address has name, which has first name, right? And let's say the first name is Henry. It has then got last name, and let's say the last name is Chen. Okay, then it had email, right? And I'm gonna say Henry Chen @gmail.com. Okay, and then it has phone number. Let's say 12345678990. Okay, and then the address has birthday. Okay, and birthday is a parent to year. Let's say 1989. Okay, month, Jan, and day 29. Okay, so that's how my XML document look like, right? Now I have to create a DTD document for this one. So to create a DTD document for this one, I will say here, again, the angle bracket, and then exclamation mark, doc type, okay, doc type, public, okay, it's not giving me the suggestion, okay. So I'll just write it manually. I'll write doc type, okay, and then it has got address as the root element, and everything goes inside this, right? So first I will write my root element and what are the children inside that. So exclamation mark and root element, okay, and element is address, name, write down all the children here. So name, email, phone, birthday. Yeah. Name, email, phone, and birthday. That's it. Okay. Angle bracket closed. Next one is again element. And then we have name. Okay. And if you'll see, name also have two child, that is first name comma, last name, right? Okay. Now we have to define this first name and its data type, right? So again, I'll say exclamation mark and element. Let's write the first name first. So first name, and its data type is PC data, which is a parsable data. So data that actually you put it inside, data which is text and is inside the tags is called as a, will be treated as a parsable data because you want the browser to render that data on the screen, right? So first name, and then I make it as a PC data. Now, next one is my last name. So I'm going to copy this, put it over here. And this one is last name, right? Then comes email. So here on, I'll write email, okay? And then comes phone, which is again a PC data. Then comes birthday. So birthday will have this type of format, okay? So because it also have children. So here on, I'm gonna say birthday, right? So birthday, and it consists of year, comma, month, and day, right? Okay, so now let's see. The year is PC data, right? The month is PC data, and the day is PC data as well, right? Okay, and then completes my XML DTD, internal DTD for this document. Okay. White space is required. Okay, so you have to give space between the element and this bracket, okay? So now, okay, I'm getting error over here, name must, the content of element type name must match. First name, last name. Okay, first name, okay. The last name I wrote in as a lowercase n. Here and it is uppercase, and here I wrote it as lowercase. So that's why it was giving me an error. Okay, so now my document looks okay. Okay, well, how do you know it looks okay? Okay, VS Code had that intelligence. It gave me the suggestions. Okay, but if you want to validate your XML document, there are different online tools which you can use to validate your XML document. Okay, one of the tool that I like is this one, trugo.com XML validator. The other one you can use is XML validator.newstudio.org. So let's check over here. Okay, so this is my XML document that I have written over here. I'm gonna copy it. Okay, and I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, and okay, let me just, because this is a new document, and I just copy pasted it, and let's say validate. Okay, and it is saying that syntax well-formed, DTD validation passed. So that means my syntax is correct, and I have written my DTD document correctly. Okay, so that's how we write an internal document type declaration. And you know, if gradually, when you will be very good at it, when you practice it, by looking at the DTD, you will be able to tell what are the root element, what are the child element, and you'll be able to actually form a tree from this DTD. Okay, so that's about the internal DTD. Let's talk about and let's see what is an external DTD and how does it look like. Okay, so external DTD is external to the XML source file, and it should be wrapped in doc type definition with the syntax that you see in yellow. Okay, so what does the syntax says? Doc type, root element, system, name of the DTD and file name, or doc type root element. Instead of system, you can have it public. There are two ways, system or public. And when I say name of the DTD, you can write it in the following format. You can, what you see in blue, that is prefix, / owner of the DTD, description of the DTD, and then the language identifier. Okay. Uh, we will see it, and you will get more clarity when you look at the example. But before looking at the example, let's try to understand this, that there are two types of external DTDs, private DTD and public DTD. Now, private DTD is indicated by the word system. So if you'll see in this syntax, this one system is written, and the other syntax, it is written as public. Okay. So when you write system, it means it is a private DTD. And as the name itself suggests, they are designed only to be applicable locally, that is, to a set of XML files that the general public likely won't have access to. System DTDs are the most commonly used type of doc type. Okay, it will have private access, means other people or locally it won't be accessible. Public DTD is indicated by the word public, and it is designed to be accessed globally. That is, there are a set of commonly used rules that everyone who wants to build this type of XML file can use. Okay. Now, let's see how can we write external DTD. Okay. So let's go back to the VS Code. Okay. Now this is my VS Code. Okay. And the first example that we saw, this one. Okay. This example that we saw, we're going to see how we can use an external DTD for this one. Okay. So I'm going to just cut this. So this is an XML file. Okay. Now to create an external DTD file, you have to create a file with a DTD extension. Okay. So let's say DTD1 .dtd. Okay, this one. And the DTD that we wrote, I just wrote it over here. Okay, so the name of this DTD is DTD1.dtd, right? So doc type, let's try to learn it to the syntax first. Okay, now see, this is how it would look like. Okay, this is the syntax for writing an external DTD. You write it as doc type root element system, name of the DTD, and then file name, right? And the name of the DTD will have this format. Now, if you'll see, this is the XML document. Okay, so to link this file with this XML document, first you'll have to use the doc type node system and the format of the external DTD. Okay, so what that mean is, I'll go back to my VS Code here. Okay, and so I have this DTD1.dtd and I want to link it to my XML file, right? So what I would do here is, herein, I will write exclamation mark doc type. Okay, what is the root element? The root element is, okay, doc type has to be in the uppercase. Doc type. And my root element is note, right? My root element is note. Then system. System. Okay, and then, so this one is again the syntax of the name of the DTD, right? So I'm gonna say prefix, okay, // and let's say my name that I created it, okay, and see the syntax is over here, right? Owner of the DTD, description of the DTD, and then language identifier. So owner of the DTD, Description of the DTD, I'll just say note. And then language, I'll say English. Okay. And then the name of the document that you want to connect. See, after that, you write down the file name, right? So then let's write down the file name. So my file name here is dtd1.dtd. Okay. And this has to be written. Okay. What is it? The document of declaration for root element note must end with. Okay. We have ended it. Okay, we'll see. Okay. It's okay. Let's see if no, doesn't make any difference. Okay, let's see. Okay. So that's how it looks like. Okay. Now again, what I would do is let me just show you again so that go back here. Okay, just to make you understand again. And I will comment this so that, okay. Now see, the way you write an external document is, external DTD is doc type, note, this is the syntax, right? Doc type, then root element. So root element is note. Then I wrote system, okay? Then I wrote the name of name of the DTD. So name means who has created the DTD. So let's say my name. So it also has a syntax. The syntax is prefix slash slash your name, then the description or the whatever you want to write. So I just write that I am writing a note, the language identifier, which is English, and then the DTD document. Okay. And that's how your note, and if I'll go here, this is how the DTD, not here, but here, this is how the DTD document would look like. Okay, so basically it will start with the element. Okay, so it will start with the angle brackets, then element note, the same way we have written the internal DTD document. Okay. So this is how the external DTD document would look like. And same thing we can do for our address document, the one that we created, the address XML. So if we'll go to my DTD demo 2, this one, okay, so herein also we can create an external DTD document. To create an external DTD document, again, you'll have to follow the syntax there. The same thing that we wrote it over here. Okay, so I'll just copy it from here. Okay, and I'm gonna go here. Herein, you write it as doc type note system. And then you're gonna write it as your DTD, let's say 2 DTD.DTD. And therein, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this. Okay. Copy this, comment it here. Okay, you don't have to do that. You just can delete it, but I just to show you, and dtd2.dtd. Okay, and just paste it here. Okay, so okay, the markup declaration contained or pointed to by document application must be well formed. Okay, let's see. Okay, it won't bring that because I have not used it. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Well, it was not giving an error over here. Why did it start it? Oh, my bad. Instead of copying the DTD, what I copied the XML. So I'm gonna do just Control Z here. And this is the XML that we were supposed to copy, right? So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna put it here. Okay, so that is the external DTD document. This is my external DTD document, and I'm gonna delete it from here. Okay, now you see, so this is my XML document and this is my DTD document, and you can make the connection using the syntax that we saw it here. Okay, so that's how we connect. We create an external and an internal DTD. Now, why do we use DTD? We use DTD or XML DTD for many reasons. First, it structures your document as you have seen earlier as well. And with DTD, each XML file can carry a description of its own format with it. Okay, it helps the page to render your document because you specify what are the PC data, what are the C data, etc. With the DTD, independent groups of people can agree to use a common DTD for interchanging data. So if you'll see other markup language, what happens in other markup language is you have common syntaxes, okay, that everybody has agreed upon. Here and there is no, in XML, there is no such thing. So you need a common rule that everybody follow for interchanging data. And with the DTD, this has been facilitated. DTD facilitate this. So with the DTD, independent groups of people can agree to use common DTD for interchanging data. Applications can use standard DTD to verify that the data you receive from outside the world is valid. And you can use a DTD to verify your own XML data. Okay, now let's see what we have seen. This is something that we have seen earlier as well, but let's have a quick review on this one. If we'll see what with the DTD point of view, with the DTD perspective, what are the building blocks of XML? They are elements, tags, attributes, entities, and PC data, C data. Elements, we already know what are elements. They are the main building blocks of XML document. Okay, so for example, we had node, heading, to, from, and body. They were the elements. Again, in the address XML, we had email, phone, birthday, first name, last name, they were the element. Tags are written inside the angle bracket, right? So tags are used to mark up elements. It starts with a left angle bracket and ends with a right angle bracket. Attributes, inside the tag, you can give value to an attribute by using the syntax that you see highlighted, use in the green. Okay, now entities are variables. Entities are variables used to define common text. Entity references are references to entities. Okay, now generally entities are being used if you do not want to use it as an text. Okay, you want to use it as a text. So for example, if you write it as ampersand LT, it stands for the character less than. If you write ampersand GT, it means the character greater than, etc. Okay, so there are many entities, and we have seen entities in the last week. Okay, there are two important terms that we have seen in today's lecture as well, and they are PC data and C data. So let's talk about it in a little bit details. PC data means parsed character data, and you can think you can think of like character data as the text found between the start tag and the end tag of the XML document. PC data is a text that will be parsed by a parser, and tags inside the text will be treated as markup. Okay, and entities will be expanded. So for example, okay, when we write anything here, okay, here and in my XML document, okay, so anything that you write between this tag and this tag, okay, that is a parsable data. Okay, it will be displayed on your screen. So this data is called as PC data. And that is why if you will see when we define it, we define this first name as a PC data, right? Okay, similarly, C data is character data that will not be parsed by the parser. Tags inside the text will not be treated as markup and entities will not be expanded. So for example, okay, and we write C data inside the um, square bracket, okay? Let's see. Let me just C data. XML. Okay, just to give you a demo, I'm writing it, okay? So we were talking about C data, right? C data is written like this, okay? Angle bracket, exclamation mark, and herein you write C data, then whatever you want to put, and then end it, okay? And end it with an angle bracket. So for example, if I'm writing let's say let's understand PC data and C data, okay? So let me just comment this, okay? And let's see. So if I'm writing something like this, okay, let's description, and I'm saying this product is, and I'm writing two tags inside, and I'm gonna say great. Okay. Now the way it will be rendered or passed will be this product is great in the bold. Okay. So if I'll say this is my parse data, this will show it as this product is great. But if I write the same thing like this, okay. So description and herein exclamation mark, this angle bracket, and I'm going to mention that this is C data, okay? Then inside this product is great for all, just great, let's say for all skin type, okay? For all skin types. Okay, so what that means is it starts from here, okay? And whatever you have written it inside it like this will be treated as a C data, okay? So that means when you will, the output, when you want to see the output will not show it as this product is great, okay? The output will be shown like this, what you see, the C data, this product is great, like this, okay? So to show you, if you'll see here, okay, when you write it as a PC data, it will show is that this product is great for all skin type and the great will be bold, okay? However, if you're using a C data, the entire content within the C data section is treated as the entire data in, okay, the entire content in the C data will be treated as character data. And the XML processor will attempt to parse the text inside the C data section as markup. It will be treated as plain text, including any angle brackets or special characters within it. Okay. So in C data, it will not take it, it will not parse it, it will not convert this bold, great into bold. Whatever you see, it will be written like that. Okay. Because it will also treat it as an entity. So that's the difference between the C data and PC data. Okay. Now, there is more into it, like how do you represent when you have one children or when you have no children or when you have multiple children, etc. in XML. Okay. So, for example, if an XML document has multiple children, okay. So, for example, herein, let me just show you. Herein, I'm just gonna make one XML document here, okay? So let's say my XML document, it consists of library, and we know that library has many books, right? Library. Okay, and then we have book. Okay, and inside the book we have title. Let's say XML basics. And then I have author. I'll say ABC for now. Okay, and then we have year. And I'll say 2000. Now, so library has many books, right? So this is one child of this. Another children, another children. So now I have multiple children's, right? So herein I'll just say advanced XML. Okay, and I'll say HTML basics. Okay, so these have multiple children. So when you write a DTD for this one, okay, the rules change little bit. Okay, so what are the different syntaxes and how does the syntax changes? Everything is being provided in your tutorials. Okay, also refer chapter number 6 and 7 of Visual Start XML. Okay, therein you will find more details into it. Okay, let me show you this particular one example. So this one is how it would look like. Now, let's say there are some minor changes in the syntaxes. Okay, so herein I'll write, okay, let me just copy it from here. No, not DTD. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this one. Okay, and here. Okay, so we have doc type. The root element is again library, right? The root element is library. Now, the first element in the library is book, right? And, okay, sorry. The root element is library, okay? And then it has book, okay? Now, if you'll see, this book has this book has appeared many times, right? So that means the library has multiple children. So to denote that, you can make use of plus, or the other way is asterisk. Okay. Then you have element, which is book. Okay. And then book has again children, title. Then you have author and year. Right, so book has title, author, and year. And if you'll see the title, it is of PC data. Then you have author, again PC data, and then you have year, again PC data. Right, rest of these we don't need it. Okay, so this is how the XML of the book would look like. So herein, if you'll see, to denote that it has got multiple children as book, I just wrote it like that. Okay, it could have also, let's say if I have one more one more element, location, okay, and location, whatever is it, let's say XYZ, okay, XYZ is the location. So here, and when you write a DTD, you will have to specify location. Here and inside this, you will have to specify location. Okay. Now, because I had not specified it over here, location, it was showing initially as error. Element type location must be declared XML message. Okay, we have declared it now. Oh yeah, here. Okay, so herein also you need a declaration of that, and I'm gonna say this element, and element is location, and then again it is of PC data. Right? Okay. So Just to show you how you can do the multiple like if you have multiple children, more than one children, it is denoted with a plus. Similarly, you can have an empty element. Okay, so that is denoted with some other syntax. Okay, all those syntaxes with example are provided in your tutorials. Okay, go through it. It is also there in the chapter. More importantly, you should be able to execute it. Okay, so you should be able to write an XML document and write an external or internal DTD document. Okay, and also execute it using VS Code, and you should be able to validate it. You should know how to validate it using a validator tool. Okay, so I hope this is being clear to you and you have got clarity on what is DTD, how to write DTD. If you still have questions, please feel free to reach out to me through email, and or you can join the office hours. The details are posted in the announcement. And this video tutorial will also be there in your Canvas shell. The deliverable, please go through the deliverables of this week, which is discussion post, quiz, and an assignment. Try to submit it within the assigned timeline. Okay, I hope you have understood whatever is being explained in this session. Uh, I'll conclude this session. Happy coding, and I'll see you next week.